Welcome back to Court Corner. Landmark verdict today coming in from the Apex Court on electoral reforms by a bench of 5 judges. Now, the Supreme Court has addressed the big question, why after so many years of independence does India not have a law on appointing election commissioners? Well, the current practice was essentially termed as arbitrary by a batch of petitions. It involves appointments by the law minister with no clearly codified or prescribed criteria. Now, the Supreme Court has directed for an independent appointment panel that will comprise of 1, the Prime Minister, 2, the Leader of Opposition, and 3, the Chief Justice of India. This would be the first time that there is an appointment to the Election Commission, an appointment panel of sorts. Now, the Supreme Court has noted in its order that the panel will remain in effect till there's a clear law on appointments passed by the Parliament, thereby passing the buck to the Parliament, the legislature. Further, the Supreme Court observed that the buck stops with the Election Commission to ensure purity of the electoral process. Supreme Court warned that a party in power will have an insatiable quest to remain in power through a servile commission. The Supreme Court also aired its grievances with the media. The Supreme Court noted that a large section of the media has become partisan and has abdicated its role and responsibilities. The Supreme Court, however, reserved the sharpest comments for the elected leaders and the polity. The Supreme Court noted that the Election Commission had to be protected from interference by the executive. The Supreme Court also stated that the founding fathers of India's constitution had left it to the Parliament to frame a law on appointments to the Election Commission, and that in failing to come out with a clear law, various political dispensations had betrayed the trust reposed in them. Interestingly, an independent panel was a suggestion that was made by several previous chief election commissioners, and now with this judgment that has been welcomed by most, but there's a keen eye on its implementation. Well, that's the second big takeaway from the top court, but that, unfortunately, is all the time that we have for as a part of this edition of Court Corner. And with that, it's a wrap on this. But stay with us. There's far more news and updates coming up right here on CNBC-TV18.